also have our preserve the planet. I talk to my colleagues this way. We have to defend our country, grow our economy through innovation, strengthen our families and through education and healthcare, etc., and to preserve our planet, to do so in the most fiscally sound way, in the highest ethical standard, and in a way that is accountable to the public in a bipartisan way. And when we're doing these things, we're saying, for example, preserve the planet and wedding that to innovation agenda. We're talking about a green revolution in our country, where many more people can participate in a new industry, green collar jobs, green jobs that, again, reverse global warming, reduce energy independence, and take us to another place where everybody participates, not just some.
I know you believe that. I know that the president would say he believes in part of that. Does John Dingell believe in that?
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Are you sure?
He does.
Are you sure? I mean, in terms of emission standards, in terms of the green revolution, this very powerful 81-year-old congressman, and you have no doubt that he understands the Congress, that he knows how to use his power. Is he signed on to the Green Revolution?
Well,
does he perceive the Green Revolution, or does he look at it? And I would say the same thing to him. How does this affect my constituents in Michigan?
Well, I would say how it affects his constituents in Michigan is in a very positive way. Because as we go forward...
The Green Revolution does?
Yes, it does.
You know, so lowering emission standards, it will have nothing to do... I mean, raising emission standards will not have a negative impact in terms of...
Well, let's talk about it in a large...
employees and people that he represents.
Well, as I said earlier, we always enlarge the issue.
Right.
And what we're talking about here is there are many industries in our country, the auto industry, the coal industry, the oil industry, that will be part of this revolution if they so wish, and they need to. And so what we would hope is that if there were a situation where we had increased the CAFE standards, the emissions, that there would be joined with that the opportunity for public policy to help Detroit retool. Because the fact is, the world is moving forward. 35 miles per hour in CAFE standard that we have is admirable, but it's more than 40 miles per hour in other countries.
And if Detroit doesn't do it, it will not be able to compete effectively on the international
they haven't.
Auto market.
They haven't. But here's the thing. There are many parts to this. We talk about energy independence. Mr. Dingell will give us a very fine bill that helps us reduce our dependence on foreign oil. Then we go into the next stage of it later in the year where we talk about global warming and we talk about carbon trading, those kinds of issues. There are many pieces to this. And as I have said, whether the issue is trade, immigration, the war in Iraq, energy independence, none of these issues is going to tear apart our caucus. We will find our consensus on it. It will be bold consensus, but there will be decisions that have to be made. But one thing is for sure, that our country has to be on the forefront of this green revolution. First of all, it's a national security issue that we reduce our